This is the cover of my CSSSA sketchbook, which they handed to us in class, and it has 110 pages, and they were just like, fill it before the end of the month. And so I did, and now I am here to show you, and during it I'll give like commentary and stuff on random things I learned, so let's just like get started already. Okay, so I won't show you the front page because that's personal, but this was the first day of class when they gave us the sketchbook, and if you see these kinds of little post-it notes throughout, that is from when teachers review your sketchbooks. So yeah, this is a drawing of Headmistress Lori, as I like to think of her. She is the leader of the CSSSA animation department, and she organizes everything and gets it done. So here I was just doodling, and I was trying to really get some more flowy line stuff. I was trying to experiment and break out of my comfort zone. And this is me trying to think of ideas for the first assignment we did in class, which is a Zoetrope, which is a strip of 12 frames, and you can animate whatever you want on it. So I made a shoe that turns into a crocodile. And then I was drawing some of my cool new friends, which was really exciting. And I glued this cloth mask over this drawing of a friend because I was like, yay, that's cool. This was my first experiment with watercolor in this sketchbook, which was disappointing because I found out that this sketchbook couldn't handle watercolor at all, but I did my best. And I drew all these Pokemon because I am obsessed with Pokemon Go. There it is, the secret's out. One of my friends drew a little sketch for me, which I thought was super cute. And here I did some more Zoetrope ideas because I wasn't sure if the idea that I was doing was my favorite. Here I got my hands on some oil pastels for the first time, so I was excited about that. Drawing some daisies, and I was really into this organic biological kind of stuff, so I was drawing a lot of that. We were listening to Anaconda during animation class, so obviously I drew Nicki Minaj. And some more doodles, a Paris in the corner. And this was a program we had to learn in class to use for stop motion animation, so I was just taking some notes. And here I was just doing some more sketching, doing some life drawing. This drawing is a reference to the CSSSA crystal, which is this concept of like, while you're at the program, you need to experiment and explore and go inside of the crystal and don't avoid it. So the CSSSA crystal is like a thing that pops up a lot. Some more daisies. Here I did a sketch of Doey, who is one of my great friends from camp, shout out, but I gave her wind powers because I think we all secretly want that inside. And I did some more note stuff. This is one of the tech people, Isabel, she's so sweet. And just some more sketches. Here we watched Duck Amuck, which is a great Looney Tunes short. I really recommend you watch it if you haven't already. And here I was taking some animation notes on that. Drew a weird skeleton dude. And I drew a disproportionate cat, which at first I hated. But then, as time went on, I really liked my disproportionate cat, and now it's one of my favorite drawings in the book. And we had to watch a lot of animated films during CSSSA, and I took notes on basically all of them, so you'll see that a lot throughout the sketchbook. Here I was doing some walk cycle stuff. Okay. More animation notes just spread throughout, but I drew these kind of flowy characters. We watched this hilarious short video of emus running around like crazy, and then the words emo emu just popped into my head, and then I drew it. So there's the scene hair and the bangles. Arcs for like motion arcs when a character moves their arms and or legs or limbs or anything in animation. And here I was just doing some sketches. A cat person. I love cat people, if you haven't noticed already. Here I was doing some stuff inspired by the work of one of my teachers, Sean Buckaloo, and he has this amazing film in the works that we got to see ahead of time as a sneak preview. That was exciting. But I was really inspired by it. I did some watercolor. And here's when I started watching Mob Psycho 100, which is like one of the best animated shows I've seen in such a long time. I really recommend you should see it. Yeah, more Mob Psycho 100 stuff. I've actually read the comic before. I've been a fan of the whole story for a really long time, so I can absolutely vouch for the story's magnificence. Okay, anyway. On this page, we were planning out a project in which we did cutout shape animation to a beat so that we could put them all together and play it with music, and it was really cool when it turned out. Yeah, just some watercolor of the mountains and a character I came up with. Just more doodles of people. Doodles of the landscape with some oil pastels. And yeah, just moving on through. This is me doing some more thumbnailing so that I could like figure out the timing of the piece. And here I just invented this squid character, and I really love her purple boots. I would own those, honestly. And this is the point in the sketchbook where I feel I really loosened up, and I really like that, and I honestly love how my drawing of my cat turned out. And so this page is really something I want to try to explore more with my style and try to like preserve. And like this kind of loose, scratchy, colored pencil work, I don't know. I think there's just more to be explored in that area. And here I drew my Space Fox Girl character again. And here I drew one of the TAs, Jack, who's the coolest dude that I will ever meet in my life ever. This is Lori, like my teacher, commenting on my drawing of her, which is so cute. And here I was doing my usual highlighter thing, because I just love coloring with highlighter, okay? Like, don't judge me, it's so fun. And here I was experimenting with a new way of drawing. I wanted to really be like loose and scribbly. And while I don't think this style of drawing is necessarily my style, it was cool to explore it for a bit. Here we watched a really great short animation by Prit Parn. He's an Estonian animator. And here I was doing some character design exploration. So this is like a more triangular version, while this is much more curvy. And here are some more versions, like a thin body versus a thick one. I just really couldn't decide. And more development, some keyframe shots. And here I really like how the highlighter effect worked together, and honestly I'm really into this profile right here, so gotta remember that drawing. Some more storyboards, and I taped in my Walmart receipt. I really like how the texture of this oil pastel turned out here, and in general I like the color combination, so this is a cute design. Fashion. Here my friend Waldo was playing the ukulele, and I did a quick little sketch of him, and I'm glad that my teacher liked it, but it was really fun and relaxing, and I had fun just drawing for once, which I really appreciated. And here we had a talk by Stefan Gruber, who's an experimental animator in Seattle, and he does these amazing short comics with ducks and bunnies, and you have to read them. They're hilarious. But I drew one of my classmates kissing a duck, and I sketched Stefan Gruber, and I had a good time listening to him. Check out his work. So here I wanted to try a more like angular piece, and I really like how it turned out. It's like super dramatic lighting. And drawing my teacher Lori, shredding on a skateboard. Here I did this quick sketch during life drawing class because normally we'd use huge sheets of paper, but I just had my sketchbook out, so I took the opportunity to draw on it. More skating, and here I was doing some more storyboarding of walk cycles. And here are some really informal storyboards of me just planning out the scene. Okay, so like these different animations that I was doing, I do have them, and I'll try to maybe post them on my Tumblr or Instagram at some point. So if you want to see those, like I'll leave my social media links in the description, and at some point they'll be on there. So just keep an eye out, I guess. Yeah, I did a sketch of my friend, used more highlighter. Coloring with highlighter is a general trend with me, which I never would have expected because I'm not really a neon color person in my day-to-day life, but I guess inside of my sketchbook it's just neon every day. I mean, just look at this page. Right as I'm talking about it, this page appears. We had Tim Kiefer, who does amazing music for Adventure Time. He came in and talked to us about sound on our films. This is me just screwing around. I drew this falling person and filled in the negative space. And here I experimented with some oil pastel, and I think I got some cool effects out of that, so I'm really happy with this page. Here I was learning about the program Flash and how to use it, which was super helpful, and I drew the backs of my classmates. Some cool swingy leg dudes, some more highlighter people. The highlighter, it calls to me, man. Drawing more portraits of my classmates. And I like how this ghost cat turned out. I'm honestly really happy with like the flowiness of the line on this page. It's cool. Drawings of my friends again. More drawings of my friends. A short little comic. Some design planning for a stop motion puppet, which I made and I do not have with me, but at some point I will show it to you. And this is a page for just my friends to screw around on, which was super cool. And some more notes. And honestly, I love this little dude. He is the prize of the sketchbook. And, you know, this is a animation joke. Drew some Marceline the Vampire Queen. And I don't know what this is, but, you know, it's okay. Here was just like, we had this meditation kind of session where we were inspired to just draw as freely and quickly as possible, and it really did some cool stuff for me, man. I think I really relaxed. And this is personal notes and stuff. And here we went to the beach. We went to Malibu Beach. And I had to draw everything that I saw, and it was part of our assignment, so that was fun. So this wasn't from the beach. This I taped in later, but it's these kinds of mushroom ladies. And I saw a lobster tail at the beach, so I made a lobster mermaid out of it. And then we went to the Getty Villa, which is a museum with tons of statues. So we had to do a lot of statue work. This is still back from the beach. I did some watercolor work with the waves, and I really do like the texture of that and how that came out. But okay, this is Getty Villa stuff again, so statues. And we had to like come up with some compositions, which was really fun. Just more statues. Statues. This is some composition work. Okay, let's just pretend this isn't a thing. I drew the cafe back on campus at CalArts. And drawing just like my friends and screwing around, drawing everybody I could see. And then Kirsten Lepore visited us, and she did the stop motion episode of Adventure Time, and it's honestly the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I was so thankful she talked to us. It was such a blessing. So yeah, she signed my sketchbook. Wow. And then we started working on our final films at CSSSA. So this is why the next few pages are just craziness of me trying to plan out my film. Oh, here I did just these kinds of animal familiar character designs just for the heck of it. And then I drew the tech crew again. And here I'm just doing some life drawing sketches and taking notes on everything. I drew a gem fusion of me and my friend to become the ultimate animator, which was super exciting. And just some more kind of scribbles and doodles. And then Mark Walsh from Pixar came to talk to us about writing stories, which was really inspiring and motivating. And he signed my sketchbook too, which was super cool. And here we had an assignment to do a good drawing and a bad drawing. So this is my good drawing and this is my bad drawing because anime is bad. Okay, not really. This whole exercise was a point to prove how good and bad are really objective. So here I was drawing some of my friends again. I love drawing the people around me. It's just, I feel like in a weird way, by drawing their faces, I can understand them better. So that's just like a fun thing for me to do. Okay, and this was the magical day when people from Cartoon Network came to talk to us. So Colin Howard and Jeff Liu are storyboard artists. Okay, actually, Colin Howard, he works as like a designer, and then like Jeff Liu, he's a storyboard artist, but they work on Steven Universe, which I was like, oh my god, and then Tom Law does amazing work on We Bare Bears. So yeah, they talked to us, which was super cool, and they showed us their work, and I doodled all of these pearls while they were talking, because Pearl is my favorite Steven Universe character. And then they signed my sketchbook, which I was like, my god, internal combustion, everything. And that's the end of this sketchbook. So this is a really long video and I'm probably not going to edit it, but I hope you appreciated it anyway. I'm going to be hopping on a plane now to France, which I know sounds crazy. I'm so lucky and blessed to travel so much this summer, but I will try to stay in contact with you guys somehow so I don't disappear for so long again. And just thank you. Thank you for sticking around. I will see you later.